Hi everyone, Jackie here with Enjoying Life's Journey. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you kind of an introduction to the Flylady's zone cleaning. I am going to be taking you guys along with me in each zone moving forward. I'll try to film like the entire week in each zone and share that in future videos. But before I do that series, I wanted to give you just an introduction on the zone cleaning. So what is zone cleaning and how can you start setting it up for you in your house? So if you're new to the Flylady system, she basically has 3 types of routines, if you will, to help you get your house in order and to keep your house in order, but also to help you with the everyday type things that involve that might be involved with running your household and your personal well-being. And so that's why I really like the system, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and sometimes we just need a little bit of direction on what to do, because it's very easy to get caught up on the computer, to get caught up on the phone, get caught up watching Netflix. But when you have a plan, or you might even be like, all right, well, I'm cleaning today, but you don't really know what should you do. So within the system of the Flylady system, she has her daily routines. So some of these are consistent of just taking care of yourself, getting yourself ready, drinking your water, exercising, and then it's keeping the house, getting the house in order, making your bed, doing a quick little pickup, taking care of paper clutter the moment it comes in the door, making sure you have dinner, your meal plan for dinner, and those type of daily routines, a quick little pickup. And then you have your weekly routines. So these are, the first one is your home blessing hour. So this has to do with just cleaning the house. Another one is just doing your errands and doing the things that you have to do out of the house. Another one is your planning day. So doing your budgets and your meal plans or your project plans or your vacation plans. And so it really helps to have each day of the week kind of divided up between what are you going to do. And then the other one is the zone cleaning. So one of the Flylady habits and one of her daily routines is to declutter 15 minutes a day. And I feel like the zone cleaning stems off of this habit. So I mentioned this before. I've been sharing the Flylady habits of the month, and February is that month where you really hone in on decluttering for 15 minutes a day. And she mentions you got to start with decluttering because you can't clean clutter. Now I promise you, there will come a time when the clutter is gone. See, look behind me. I got very little things on my counter, right? There will come a time when the clutter is gone, and now you can move on to the deep cleaning and the cleaning of the space. Now, when you're decluttering, you can choose to focus on one room at a time. You can focus on one type of item at a time. I like to focus on the zone. So now that I've gone through my whole house and I've decluttered my house a few different times, moving forward, I'm focusing on the zone. So whatever zone I'm in that week, the first day I'm in that zone, whether I think I need to declutter or not, is I declutter. So I may physically handle items again that I haven't handled in a while. Make sure, do I still use them? Do I still want them in the space? Are they still in good shape? These type of things. And then if the space has a lot of clutter, the second day in the zone, I might still be decluttering. Or I might be moving on to my deep cleaning list. So what is a zone? So the zone is you divide your house up into sections or a zone, and you decide what rooms or what areas of your house are going to be in your zones, and you're going to have 5 zones. So if you look at your calendar, there's normally, within the days of that month, they usually fall within a 5-week period. With the exception of a few months, you might have 1 or 2 random days on like a 6-week period. And I count those as days off, free days, right? So for instance, the first, whatever day the first of the month is, that's where you start zone 1. So zone 1 and zone 5, they tend to be sometimes where you're not going to have a full week. You might only have 1 or 2 days because it's the beginning of the month or the end of the month, right? For May, we actually have zone 1, we actually have a full week in May this month, which was really cool. But the reason I bring this up is because your zone 5 and your zone 1s, you want to make sure are either a little less rooms or areas that you need to touch on, or maybe they're areas that you don't need to touch on as often. They're a smaller area or a less used area or something like that. Okay, so the Flylady does have her zones laid out, but I encourage you to create your own. And what really helped me was just trying to do it based on the flow of my house. Okay, so again, each week of the month, is a new zone. Okay, so you have zone 1, basically the first through whatever, however many days you have in that week, whether it's the last few days or the whole week, you have zone 1. Then you have zone 2. So zone 2, 3, and 4, they're always going to have 7 days. Now you can choose to do them, you know, a little bit every day, like the Flylady talks about 15 minutes a day decluttering. So you could do 15 minutes a day in your zone. Or you could just say, I want to do an hour a week. So whether you do an hour on one day, or maybe just during the middle of the week, you do, you know, 20 minutes a day, or however it is that you want to do, that's going to be up to you. But how do you divide up your house into the zones? Like I mentioned, is I try to do it on the flow of the house. Each of my zones I've personally put into, let me get onto my app now so you guys, I'll show you what I have on my app. Let me record my screen. All right, so I have my 5 zones, and within each of my zones, I like using the Flylady app on my phone. I have, in the past, I do have a actual physical control journal, as she calls it, where I have pieces of paper in the paper protectors, and I have my list of my zones and everything on there. But now that we have the app, I actually like the app. So you're able to create, so on the top here you have a plus sign, so you can name your area and you can say what zone is it within the 5 zones, and you can pick a little icon for it, which is really cool. So I have 3 areas within each of my zones. And the reason I did that is because that way I'm actually touching on each area of my house at least 4 times a year, every quarter, as opposed to just one big spring cleaning, right? So this really helps to keep the dust and the dirt and the stuff down, but it also helps you to navigate through your whole entire house, so you're touching every part of your house on that type of a basis, right? So my zone 1 consists of my front yard, my entryway, and I'll take you through them a little more in person here in a minute. So my front yard, my entryway, and then my desk nook thing, which is right behind this thing here. So those are 3 separate areas, right? So last month we were in the front yard. This month for May, I'm focusing only on the entryway. And then next month in June, I'll be focusing on my desk area. Now my desk area is a smaller area. I'm not gonna need an entire week in that area. So this is great for the months where I don't have a full 7 days. But in general, same thing with the front yard. I don't need a full 7 days to clean up the front yard. So that's why these are kind of like my zone 1 areas. Also, it's just the flow of the house. So when you pull up to my house, the first thing you see is the yard, and then if you come in, the entryway, and so forth. For me, zone 2 consists of my kitchen, my dining room, which I'm sitting at, which I have my calendar and stuff back there, and then my pantry / laundry room. So again, I'm only going to be focusing on one of those 3 areas during that month, and this just helps me be more focused, because before I was just like, oh, these 3 rooms are in this zone, but I kept finding me going to the same room over and over again, and the other 2 areas were kind of being neglected. This month we're going to focus on the pantry laundry room, and then the next month it would be, in June I have the dining room, and then July I have the kitchen. My zone 3 now is us moving into the other part of our house. So it's my living room, my hallway with the hall closet, and my bathroom. Now we're fortunate in the fact that we only have 1 bathroom, so that means we only have 1 bathroom to clean. But obviously if you have multiple bathrooms, you're gonna have more to clean. Or if you have a lot more bedrooms, we only have 2 bedrooms. You might have some zones that you can't really touch on all the time. It just kind of is, again, it's gonna depend on the layout of your house and the size of your house, but this is why I love it, being able to plan it for yourself. My zone 4 now consists of the 2 bedrooms. So 1 month is the master. So this month we're doing the master bedroom. Next month we're going to do my girls' bedroom. And then in July we're going to be doing the bedroom closets. And then my zone 5 consists of my backyard, my garage, and our cars. So for May, we're focusing on the garage. So cleaning up the garage, organizing the garage, things like that. Then June, we're going to be doing the vehicles. So if we need maintenance on the vehicles, if we want to do a real good car wash with the, get the detail cleaning done inside, or get it waxed, or taking the extra time on the cars. Now, the Flylady does have a clean out your car once a week is one of your weekly routines, but this is going to be that deep cleaning, the maintenance, all of that stuff, making sure that that's getting done on a regular basis. And then in July, I have the backyard, so doing that. So then within each of the areas, what do you do? Okay, these are my zones, Jackie. Now what do I do, right? So like I said, the first couple days or weeks or whatever that you're in those zones, you might just be decluttering because you can't clean clutter, right? So you might just be decluttering it. Once it's decluttered enough to the point where like, okay, I can start my deep cleaning list, you're gonna create a deep cleaning list. The Flylady has her list as well, but I've created my own, basically looking at the room, standing in that room, I look at the ceiling, and I worked my way down. I tried to pick roughly about 7 type tasks, or that way I have something to do every day. I'm a little more focused. So for my entryway, I only happen to have 6 on here, but I have specifically declutter, the bookcase and the coat rack. Those are the things I have to declutter in that zone. Then I move on to the deep cleaning. So I have clean the ceiling, the walls, the door, and the window. So basically looking up and dusting my way down. Then cleaning off any furniture that might be in that room. So for this particular one, cleaning the bookcase and the coat rack like fully, like taking stuff off and actually really cleaning it. Now a lot of times this might be done hand in hand with the decluttering, to be honest with you, because if I'm taking the time to declutter my books and I've already taken them off the shelf, I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the shelf before putting them back in there. So sometimes they go hand in hand. Then I'm going to do all the baseboards. Then I'll do my vacuum and my steam mop or real detailed mopping, because during the home blessing hour, we're just doing a very quick, sweep and mop of like the main areas, and you're not going behind the bookcases and behind the stuff. But when you're in the zone, you're actually going to try to go behind or under these items that maybe you're not touching on a normal basis. And then the other thing I have in here is to add your own personal touches or to decorate a little bit more to make it welcoming. For the other areas where I have 7, it might include, one of the other things is like a maintenance category, right? So you're going to have, I usually have a declutter, an organizer, decorate type thing, and a maintenance type thing. And then the rest is like the deep cleaning from the ceiling down to the floor. But yeah, so, I'm working my way through my zones, and like I said, I'm just going into the zone and physically looking at the zone and what do I want to do in that area. But you can you can pick your zones, like I say, you can name them and do that. I went ahead and put next to my name, I went ahead and put on there, this is the name and this is the month I want to focus on doing it. Also, let me show you the bathroom one here. So last time I was in the bathroom, for the cleaning part, I didn't get through everything. So what I did was I put a check mark next to the stuff I did get through. So I got the ceiling done and the vent done and the lights done and the door and the cabinets, but I didn't finish the walls and the baseboard because I had one wall behind my toilet that I still needed to clean the wall and the baseboards. So now I know when I go back to that zone, I'm going to start where I left off. Now ideally, it'd be nice if I could get through all 7 within that week. And I think I could, as long as I stay focused and I actually work on it on a daily basis. So I encourage you guys, go ahead and take some time to just take a walk around your house and create your zones. I do think that it helps to kind of use the flow of the way, when you're coming into your house and kind of create your zones in that way. But do keep in mind that your zone 1 and zone 5 are going to be areas that you may not have as much time in, just depending on how the month falls. And you might have more than 3 rooms in a zone depending on the size of your house. But you can always get people in your family involved. My daughters have some chore charts on the fridge here, which are actually my zones with all the tasks, and each task is divided up to a certain dollar amount, and they can pick and choose what they want to do, and they can earn a little bit of money. For the year 2022, we're kind of on hold with that just because of financial reasons, but moving back into 2023, we're really going to start implementing that again. So definitely you can get your family involved. You know, if you want to work on one zone, let's say you're in the bedroom areas, right? You can be focused on your room and have your kids focus on their room. If you're in the bathroom and you have more than one bathroom, have your kids help with one bathroom and you do one bathroom. It doesn't have to be perfect, you guys. Any little bit of help is better than nothing, and no matter how well you clean, it's still blessing your house and it's still blessing your family by having a clean environment. So I definitely love the Flylady system. I've been doing this since 2018, and for those of you who have seen other videos where you've had the chance to kind of be in my house with me, you can kind of see that for the most part things look put together on a regular basis, and this just helps the family feels less stressed. Everyone knows that they can come home, the house is put together, they know where things at. The biggest thing too is just teaching your kids and everyone else that everything has a home and that they can put it away as soon as they're done using it. This helps keep your house looking clean as well. But the biggest thing you got to start with is the decluttering. So get your houses zoned up, and you're just going to focus on one zone at a time. Again, you can do it 1 hour, just one day a week, or you can spread it out along the week, however you want to do it. But I hope this video helps you, and look forward to seeing how I'm going to show you how I go through every single zone of my house over the next couple months. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.